All right.
Hello?
I fear that I may just mix up the whole thing and talk about the whole book at once. But
Okay, you can go ahead. You can go
I
ahead.
remember I remember that what's her name again? Adana, who was trying to have a side gig by having an online presence, was she had really tried a lot of ways to make sure that she established herself online. And then she had some challenges to spend some money. But there's this colleague of hers that was quite helpful. And she shared the colleague, I think Jumoke is her name, shared the story and experience with her. And with the permission of Jumoke, he shared the story, and the whole thing blew out of proportion. Before you know it, there was a lot of dragging online, you know. Okay, let me just say this. I think you know something about me in that respect when it comes to um, this online thing. I have a huge phobia for it.
Exactly.
And this book kind of, just confirmed my whole fears. I'm like, all this reggae, I don't, and the tarnishing, the slander, it was just too much. Like, how many people do you want to tell? Oh, it's not like that. It's like this. It was kind of messy, but I guess a lot of things comes with their own price, and I don't know. Maybe there's going to be a sequel to that book. I'm curious.
Okay, so you're curious. Thank you for that. Okay, so Blessing, would you like to go?
Um, okay, let me just quickly say, sorry, I'm outside. I wanted to attend to something. Okay, about Adana, she's a blogger, so to say. So she wanted to like get a blog site for herself, and I think she initially she was like kind of frustrated because she wasn't getting likes and the responses on her posts on Facebook and the rest of it. Then her mind now came in. That's the power of the mind. And the mind was like, okay, I don't know, let's communicate, let's talk, let's discuss. And this, why not do this, why not do that? And she listened to her mind and she went ahead to consult the website designer who happens to be my brother's friend as well. And the good thing is the guy was even ready to help her achieve her aim, which they started. And I think the main thing for me was that Adana was able to recognize the fact that she needed to listen to her mind, and that she needed to take that bold step at that time. So I just started there actually. So that's where I'm ready to. And I think that step would actually make way for her. And she had a listening friend as well, Jumoke. There are some friends that you have issues with and they cannot even, they won't never be there to listen to you. They'll maybe be always busy, or and then okay, we'll come back to that later. But she listened to her, she tried to like even use her own example for their online online shop, to as for her that look at you have someone that's even supportive and wants to like help out in helping you achieve your aim of getting a large and good blog for yourself. And she just take up the opportunity and communicate with him more, let him know what she wants, and then they can now work together to achieve it, which she did. And that's where I am right now.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you so much for reading. To answer your question, Elijah, yes, there will be
Yeah.
a couple of. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, I said there will be a couple of sequels. It's not just one sequel. Yes, yes, there will be. And yes, I know your challenges with online, being online and all of that. And it was one of the things playing at the back of my head when I wrote, well, I hadn't met you at the time anyway, when I wrote chapter one. But I know quite a number of people that have the same phobia for putting
Honestly.
so many things online. And yeah, so I really wanted to explore. One other thing I wanted to explore with chapter one, I actually started writing chapter one. We started as a song. I wanted to solve people. And then suddenly I was like, you know what, this sounds like a good story idea, really. Like, people, you put up a post, everyone is like, oh wow, this is beautiful. Maybe you should write, maybe you should be a writer, etc. And then you now go and start doing the work. You now see all the 5,000 people that told you to write. You see, you put out your book, you only have two people that will like the post. Maybe one person will pity you and buy. So I just wanted to, I started out writing it as a song to people that go on other people's posts to tell them that, well, maybe you should write it, and they never do anything. But then I just thought, okay, let's write a book. And I wanted to write a business book. I didn't want to write a guide. I wanted to write a story so that people can then pull their lessons as they read, instead of me telling them what to decide. So I wanted people to read a story and pull their lessons themselves, instead of me telling them how to think. So thank you so much for reading, and I hope you continue reading. Maybe hopefully in another of our sessions we'll get to talk about maybe chapters 3 and 4. Because I think we've covered chapters 1 and 2 kind of, because then a spoiler for those that have not read so far. Adana and Jumoke kind of fall out as a result of the story that Jumoke shared with Adana. So you can read up, and hopefully maybe in our next session we'll also go to chapters 3 and 4 and we'll talk about that. Thank you so much for reading with me and spending this hour with me. Grateful. Okay. Any last words?
Pleasure. Well,
Any
I think
any
I